I'm Lori Thomas. I'm your fearless leader for the next 2 hours on a Friday night. The web is not going away. It's growing. It's booming. And I've worked in online advertising sales. I've worked in online customer acquisition where I would go out and I would buy tons and tons of media to acquire customers for companies. And now my favorite job is teaching. I teach for UCSB Extension, I teach for Berkeley Extension, and I teach here at Santa Barbara City College. I teach people how to think. And so my concepts, and even though my brand's kind of cutesy, my concepts are universal. I mean, you could be a corporation, you could be a nonprofit. Learning sustainable web strategies is going to be important for any business. And so just talking sustainable web strategies, I like to be an avatar because her hair and makeup is always done all the time, and I like that more. This is the power of the web, and I love this. My favorite example with this is that the design firm I used when I launched webmarketingtherapy.com, which is our agency brand, and we teach organizations how to think about using the web. The team I use is based in Austin, Texas. I had worked with them for years. They were great. I had other clients that were working with them, and they went to Facebook and they actually pulled pictures of me off of Facebook, and they said, "What do you think of this? Does that look like you?" And I just was shocked. So it's just the power of the web for a team that I had never met. We did everything over the phone, that they were able to use social media and somehow get something that accurate. Our brand is all about putting the pieces of the marketing puzzle together so your marketing clicks. And we talk about web marketing therapy because it's memorable, it's distinct, but ultimately it's about holistic marketing. Search engine marketing is one piece of the puzzle. Facebook could be one piece of the puzzle. Your website itself could be a piece of the puzzle. Blogs could be a piece of the puzzle. How they work together in unison will support each other. We tend to get overwhelmed in the sea of web marketing. It's like, oh my gosh, there's so much to learn, and where do I start? This is all Greek to me. For most organizations who haven't started yet, it's actually an asset, because I find as a marketing therapist that we're doing a lot of undoing of bad web marketing and cleaning house first to get to a healthy foundation. So the fact that you're here learning how to do it, and do it in a way that makes sense, is very important, because all of us are going to use this in a different way. Bill had mentioned before the course started, what is appropriate on Facebook? Where are the lines drawn? Do you want to be too commercial or not too commercial? I had a meeting this week with an elementary school about potentially doing and teaching their team about social media, and they said, you know, Lori, we're not selling anything. To be clear, marketing is not promotion, sales. Marketing is building relationships, and that's what you use the web for. No matter what industry you're in, the web is a support tool to what you're doing. The analogy I use is, you're all Batman, and all of this web stuff, this is all Robin. But marketing is ultimately about building relationships, so all of these are pieces of the puzzle. And we'll do a little bit of marketing RX, and we had a few folks walk in. I'd love to just know who you are and why you're here. So, this is no bull marketing, okay? I always find ways to make this entertaining, but what is sustainable? We talk about the environment, we talk about sustainability. I think people and planet, but when in doubt, I go to Wikipedia. Wikipedia is social media, it's new rules of marketing. Anyone can get in here and comment, but Wikipedia talks about really, all in all, the capacity to endure. I would like us all to thrive in business and not just endure, but sustainability is sustaining. How do we sustain our organizations? We do that with a healthy foundation. Like, you wouldn't build a house without a foundation. You're not going to build your web marketing without a foundation. And then I found a little bit of art therapy. Thank you to Google. So sustainability talks about the social impact, which taps a ton with all the power of the web. It also talks about the environment, and on the web, our environment is online. Your most valuable real estate is on the front of every single monitor. When you look at a web page, that's real estate. That's going to be some of your most valuable marketing real estate, and how do you help people get on the right highway to find you is very important. And of course, it's an economic factor as well. So even though this is referring more to sustainability in general, this does apply directly to web. And the economic factor is important, because when we talk about marketing, especially as we're creating collateral, things like this are cute. And yes, you'll remember it and you'll take notes on it. And if any of you need notepads, come on up. But this is going to get recycled someday. If you're writing an article, we have the Independent here. You do an ad in the Independent, this is going to get recycled, it's going to go away. With the web, you can take these great articles that are written, you can publish them on a blog or on your website, and It's going to be in a new environment. It's socially interactive where people can read it, forward it, engage with it, but also the economic factor. It's so low cost, no cost, because when you don't spend on web marketing, if you do it right, you invest. And it's like compounding interest. When I'm working with, especially with CEOs that are just like, I don't get it, I don't get this web marketing, and I don't know why we should spend money on it. I said, how much do you spend for this? You know, whatever it is. And I say, why can't you repurpose that content and let's put it on the web? And that way it will live forever and ever, just like compounding interest. You build it, you build it, you build it, you build it, and before you know it, you have this huge arsenal of content working for you. It's good for your credibility, it's good for customer service, also good for search engines. Search engines are little spiders going out and reading content on the web. They're looking for new foods, so you can take what you're doing in content, which could be either images, it could be text, it could be blog posts, and you're all putting it together. This is what marketing is all about. It's all about building relationships. People need to know you, they need to like you, and they need to trust you. We call it the KLT factors, know, like, and trust. And that is sustainable marketing. How can you put your best foot forward on the web? How can you be searched? How can you be found? And once you're driving traffic to a blog or to a website or to a YouTube video, are you getting through to them? You might get to these folks, but how do you get through to them? So it's all about meaningful marketing. So here's a no-bull, sustainable marketing tough love tip. This is on one of my websites. Having a website does not mean that you are engaged in web marketing. Web marketing is not a website. A website is a tool. A press release is a tool. An advertisement is a tool. Marketing is about building relationships, and sound marketing comes from strategy, optimization, tracking, and creativity. So it's an ongoing process. It requires commitment and hard work. To launch webmarketingtherapy.com, I probably need therapy myself to tell you how much work I put into that. But do you know what I have now? I have a great piece of collateral that lives on the web forever and ever, and I have 600 blog posts now that our whole team has generated, and it works. It's like lifestyle, just like working out. You build your workout into your day-to-day plan. How do you build web marketing into your overall plan? And like I said before, it's like compounding interest. So you start small, but you can snowball, and you're investing, and when you do a quality job, you build and build and build, and when you pay attention, the best way to look at this whole wild, wild web and how to be sustainable is you want to create your idea, you want to execute it, and then you want to monitor. So you create, you execute, and you monitor, and then you rinse, repeat, and you're always paying attention.